Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife, Marie. And you are going in Smackdown Live.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, a little notify bell next to it on YouTube. We also have YouTube channel memberships now, which offers up 5 bonus episodes of Going In Raw every single week on YouTube. 4 of them are live. One of them is the award-winning Ask Steve and Larson, the show where we answer 0 wrestling questions. No wrestling allowed.
Wasn't aware it won any awards.
You need to be a bit more tuned in into the internet award community, Larson.
Oh, I don't do that. That's all popularity contests. That doesn't matter.
We are very popular, Larson.
We're moderately popular.
We're also available on the Patreon at $5 a month on Patreon, similar to the channel membership over on YouTube. You also get 5 bonus episodes every single week. It's a fantastic deal. I think we have a new patron. You also get at $1 and up. You also get a shout out here on the show.
Yeah, it only takes $1.
Let's see here. Yeah, yesterday we had 2 new patrons, Niall and Donkey Dingus. So some form of donkey genitalia is a new patron here at Going In Raw, Larson.
I wouldn't say just any form. We know what a dingus is, don't you?
Well, yeah, but it's a donkey dingus.
That's the member.
Are we at 30 seconds yet? Yeah, we're at 2 minutes.
I could say member if it was 10 seconds in the show.
Members only.
Yeah.
That's what we're like here at Going In Raw. Yeah. Members only. We got to bring that brand back. Can we buy that brand?
It still exists, man. It's still a thing.
Really? People still wear members only?
Yeah.
Man, speaking of awesome stuff, because I used to have one of those jackets. It was great.
I did too.
I was like, how old were you when you had yours?
Oh, I don't know, like 7 or 8.
Yeah, me too. That's awesome. Too sweet. For the members only? Really? Not even for that?
No.
Got my Endgame tickets, Larson.
Oh, you said I read somewhere that some theaters would be open for 96 hours straight.
I think
Endgame showings.
I think they added. I think once it's sold out, they just added more screenings because there were a slew of them. I was like, look, I was staring at it after I got my ticket. I was like, okay, make sure that I don't want 3D. I don't want anything weird. I got reserved seating. It's at the theater I want. It's like, this is weird. This was not available before. I think they opened up some screenings.
Yeah.
Because they realized that they can make
all the money.
All the money.
Just every multiplex in the show Endgame all day, and they'll make tons of money.
Pretty much.
So they'll do it.
So I get to watch the Thanos glove thing happen.
Cool.
So that's cool. I'm very excited about that. I'm going with Movie Squad. Anyways.
I don't know who Movie Squad is. I assume it's your family.
It's Movie Squad, dude. You know Movie Squad.
If I knew Movie Squad, I wouldn't have said I don't know what Movie Squad is.
We got Billy Ray. We've got Joker. We've got Ace. And, of course, you know him better than anybody. Old Gray. That was lazy in the kids. Anyways.
Yeah, I assumed as such. I've never heard the term Movie Squad before.
Let's talk. Well, yeah, Lacey gets mad at me because me and Summer's a big nerd. She's like a low-key nerd. Like she's like Miss Popular at school, but then she's like a super nerd at home. So she like watches all the nerd stuff. And so like she was always my roll dog when it came to going to see the nerd movies.
Yeah, I was aware of that.
Well, then Lacey got into Guardians of the Galaxy, and so
now she wants in on
I
the
took
nerd
her.
movie
She
stuff.
does not like the fact that she is not OG though. Me and Summer are the OG in Movie Squad. Lacey is like 6-man off the bench. T is so she doesn't even know what this movie is.
Oh, so
I took her to Infinity War. She don't know what this is.
Yeah.
She's like, wait, what is this? She's like, is this a new movie that's coming out?
So if Lacey is a 6th man, then T is a 12th man.
Yeah.
All right.
She's like Funderburk.
Brian Scalabrine.
Yeah, exactly. You see that Dame Lillard shot last night?
Yeah, I did, man.
Let's just not talk about wrestling today.
Yeah.
I was watching live. It was awesome.
I just saw it on Twitter this morning.
It was great.
That was pretty cool.
And he did a Ciampa.
Yeah, no. He knew he was going to be a meme, so he did that. Did you see those pictures of that look he gave? Mm-hmm. He knew.
Yeah.
He knew.
Those kids are savvy, dude.
They really are.
Holy moly. That
way
was
more than I am.
You
wouldn't know what an idiot I am.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any coffee this morning because I ran out.
Oh, you son of a biscuit. We have coffee back there.
Yeah, but no.
No, good.
No, I need time for it to do its thing before I come into work.
Oh.
And it did.
Yeah.
We had enough for one cup, and so I let my wife have it.
Have a Red Bull.
I'm not gonna have a Red Bull first thing in the morning. That's gonna jack me up
idea.
the rest of the day.
It's an awful idea.
That's the middle of the afternoon thing.
Jay Sean Lawrence gave us 99-cent super chat. I bet he regrets that now that I've been talking up the Trailblazers because I believe he's a Thunder fan.
Oh.
He was crying last night.
You know, here's the thing. As a fan of the sport, you can appreciate greatness. Mm-hmm. What Dame Lillard did last night was greatness.
Oh, man, yeah.
Sure, it was at the expense of his team, so his heart can feel the sadness of his team being eliminated, but his head has got to say, man.
That never worked for me back when the Kings and Lakers had a
great.
thing. I was like, I don't care. Kobe's trash, but he obviously wasn't. You know.
He was a volume shooter, though.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Throughout his whole career, he was a volume shooter.
SmackDown Live last night. Speaking of volume shooters, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I don't really know how that relates, but
Doesn't.
He spoiler alert, by the way.
Well, I mean, people are watching. You just avoid spoilers in the title and thumbnail, which you did for the most part. So you can spoil.
I did. I know. I did. I tried to be sensitive.
You can spoil all you want now. People are watching the show. Yeah, he turned on the New Day. Something that seemed kind of like they were really laying the groundwork for it. I didn't expect it to happen the week after they started laying the groundwork for it. I thought they'd push that down the line when Big E returned. But I guess it makes sense because Kofi needs an opponent for Money in the Bank. We know Kevin Owens always delivers as heel, and we don't know what's going on with Daniel Bryan. So
I think that's the big thing. I think that's probably the big thing is that we might have gotten that rematch at Money in the Bank had it not been for whatever injury he might have sustained. I don't think this Kevin Owens thing would have happened had Daniel Bryan not been injured at Mania. I guess it's always possible. It just seems kind of obvious that that's the position that was meant for Daniel Bryan. Although Kevin Owens is. We've got a glimpse of him as a face. I hope he doesn't stop doing the stunner because I love the stunner.
Yeah.
But my God, he is so much better as a heel.
Yeah,
he
just
works. So like I was watching last night.
The way he disassociates himself mentally from any violence that he
is inflicting.
He's inflicting is a sight to behold.
And even his commentary, like when he's a face, he's just kind of bland. I mean, he's still better than most, but he's just not as interesting as when he's a heel commentator because he's so great.
Yeah. I know when they were cutting to he and Xavier Woods doing commentary, I was still laughing like his little sides, like when Nakamura, gosh, what do you do? Kick Kofi or something? He's like, oh, he almost got him in the throat. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I thought as soon as I saw it. I was like, oh man, he almost got kicked in the throat. Mm-hmm. And just the way he said it, kind of under his breath, was pretty funny. Yeah, I just like when he is. I don't know. He's just like most heels. Heels are just more fun. They are more fun. He's a brilliant heel.
Yeah, he really is. So yeah, it came sooner than I think much sooner than either of us expected.
Yeah,
but I just get the feeling that Daniel Bryan, given that he was advertised for a match last night, I think was he advertised for like a dark match last night? It was Rowan took his place in a match in like a dark match. I forget what it was, but yeah, he was advertised and then he was not there. A lot of people were talking about it before the show. Yeah, he's advertised for a dark match.
Yeah,
and then not there.
No Daniel Bryan.
So and then I think. Who was it? I forget who it was. Heard something that he wasn't even backstage.
Yeah, Sean Ross Sapp posted.
Was that him? Okay.
Like 3 o'clock our time yesterday that he wasn't at SmackDown.
Yeah. So
I mean, I guess one would, considering we've heard kind of rumblings of injury, that would be why he's gone. Maybe he just got some time off. Who knows? But then it depends on how far in advance the advertising was for him appearing during the dark match last night.
Yeah.
Whether it was something advertised, well in advance. Because, as you know, card always subject to change. Mm-hmm. Or if this is on radio ads that were playing just this, prior to last night.
Yeah.
Just, the week prior.
I'm going to bring this up really quick for our live chat group right now. You can enjoy the show live on YouTube every day, or Monday through Thursday anyways. Mm-hmm. I want to bring this up. So Endgame is coming out. No spoilers in the chat. Mods they are encouraged to ban anybody discussing spoilers, real or fake. So even if you want to be a Joker and
Joker
and post up some fake spoilers, you will get banned, even if it's obviously a joke. We're not dealing with that. This is not the place.
So I can't say something about Superman coming and
I don't. You could do what you want.
Oh, I can. Okay.
Well, you're co-owner of this show.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want.
So you can do what you want. We all know you haven't even seen the first one. Everybody knows that.
Well,
so you say what you want.
No, I've seen the first Avengers. I've seen the first 2 Avengers. I've not seen Infinity War yet.
Right. So, and Alex C says we have been 2 today so far. we have 540 people watching.
the thing,
I don't care if all 500 people are banned. Don't be doing that in our chat.
Let me have someone say something like, yeah, Superman came and defeated Thanos. Well, obviously that's not legitimate.
These days, in the world of corporate mergers,
Get
Larson,
out of here with that.
entertainment conglomerates.
Get out of here with that.
You never know.
CM Punk unretired from the pro wrestling world and GTS as Thanos and took the Infinity Gauntlet. That's what happened.
He wouldn't be able to get on those little skinny legs of his. He wouldn't be able to get that up. Anyways. So, yeah, I thought, I put up a community poll this morning.
Oh, you did? I thought that was a perfectly fine
I
show.
want to see what the community says.
That was fun.
I thought it was less impactful than Raw, to be honest with you. I feel like Raw has caught its bearings very quickly in terms of like bringing the energy to the shakeup. Maybe just because Daniel Bryan's gone, maybe because I had to mix some things up. I just feel like
I'll say
scroll
this.
down a little bit. Let me see the notes here.
I mean, it's all good stuff. This match was good. I liked all the Elias and Shane stuff. I thought that was entertaining.
I feel like there was already a little bit of ground that was retread, like the Iconics, even though I like them a lot.
Yeah, they need to stop losing.
They retreaded that ground.
I liked all the stuff. I liked all the stuff with
Jinder,
Roman.
Chad Gable, and then Lars Sullivan was a big out of
Yeah,
there.
that's true. But everything else was good.
And then I liked
This-
Becky. I just wish Becky would have won. I'm sorry, Bailey.
Yeah, that was a really good match, though.
No, it was a spectacular match.
It's probably I feel like it's the best match Bailey's had since she's been on main roster.
I agree with. I think I agree with that.
I can't think of anything else.
I mean, she's been on main roster for a little while.
I know, but I can't think of any other match she's had that.
And then we got Finn Balor versus Andrade, and it's a good match. We just
Yeah, it's
seen
really
him. I
good.
just feel like I'd be an in-between guy. I'd be an in-between.
Well, they're telling a story there with Finn and Andrade, where it's just not them. It's how Zelina plays into the dynamic of everything.
Yeah. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying we already saw it.
I sound like you're complaining a
You
little
think so?
bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe I am.
Playing a little bit.
So, yeah, it was okay. It's a solid in-between show. I did like, and then the Roman thing is just kind of weird. Man, a lot of people love SmackDown. 63%,
yeah. It was a really enjoyable show.
16% in between. I'd be in the minority there. I'd be in the in-between.
What are you going to say about Roman?
It's still weird that he's on SmackDown.
It is weird.
Him and Elias are going to have a match of Money in the Bank.
Hell yeah, man. That'd be great.
Roman should say, I'm kind of above that, actually.
No, because Shane's involved now.
I loved Shane, the friendship between Shane and Elias.
Oh, it's so good.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah,
I want to
that's
see
great.
more of that.
That's what's really delivering in my mind.
That's really good.
Is their
yeah.
relationship.
I really hope that Vince, the rumors that Vince really likes Elias, not just what we saw on camera last week when he was the
when he
biggest
was
acquisition of
singing his
SmackDown
praises, yes.
history. But I want to see Elias doing actual stuff.
Yeah,
I think
me
that's
too.
my thing about him.
Yeah, well, doing stuff of consequence. I did like last night how instead of he doing the singing stuff out in the ring, he was doing it backstage.
Yeah.
And actually led to something. Shane was
I've
like, oh, that's
always
great.
liked that stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Stuff like that. So you don't need the whole full production of him coming out and getting interrupted because he still sang a song. And guess what? He still got interrupted by Shane. But Shane's like, hey, let's go get in this limo.
Yeah.
Stuff.
That's good stuff. I really enjoy Shane's work too.
Speaking
of
of
which,
Shane,
he came out and dropped a promo to start SmackDown
Yes.
last night. He thought, what kind of man
attacks another man's father.
attacks another man's father? There's going to be repercussions. I'm not asking you to come out. I'm ordering you to come out because you work for me and my family.
Well, he also said, are you going to be fined, suspended, fired? We're going to handle all this stuff. We're going to handle it in the ring. So Roman Reigns come out. But it's really rich that Shane, of all people, says, you don't attack another person's father.
You know, my favorite thing is right now in these notes, you wrote down Shantz instead of Shane or Vince.
Well, what can I tell you?
No, like that's good. Shane and Vince, mutant, Rawgate.
There you go.
Combine them.
There you
Shantz,
go.
McMahon.
There you go.
Yeah.
So Roman comes to the ring. He has a mic. He looks at Mike, throws it.
Drops it down.
Shane's like, oh, you don't want
do that?
this.
Okay.
He throws his
Do
too.
that too also.
They are about to square up. The throw. Elias runs down, distracts Roman just enough so Shane can start beating on him. And so they double team Roman, beat him up a little bit. Roman tries to come back a couple times to no avail. And then eventually Shane picks up Roman. Elias hits him with Drift Away. And then they leave.
Roman being on SmackDown still feels slightly unnatural. Just in the weirdest way. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm so used to always him having Seth around to pal around with. I feel like it's weird. It's just kind of weird. I feel like Roman was like this odd glue that just held Raw together, kind of. Then he was gone. It didn't really seem like he was I don't know. It's weird. Him being on SmackDown is just weird to me. I don't know why.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah, are you used to it already?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It's just a TV show.
Weird. Okay. Anyways.
And then we cut backstage, and Elias and Shane are talking trash. They're gloating. They're happy that they were able to stick it to Roman.
Should probably put those down, dude.
Well, I'm not Sid.
I feel it. Yeah, but I feel like you're starting to, I don't know, you're straying into Sid waters, to be honest with you. You've been really, really
I haven't started playing
proselytizing
softball.
Sid. You love softball, though.
I do like softball.
See?
It's not for lack of want. It's for lack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Like if I knew people who played softball, if I can get an easy in the softball league, I just want to play in a team where I don't know anybody.
You want to
I
play?
do not.
You do not, yeah.
I want to know at least one person.
That's when it went downhill, when they broke up the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we did it? They were like, we're not going to do this anymore.
Yeah.
You have to be
you get one buddy to be.
Because the whole point was to get, I'm like, I don't live there, man. I don't care about these people. I want to be with my friends.
Go out there and win.
Well, no, I wanted to hang out with my friends.
Oh, I wanted to win.
Anyways, go ahead and do your thing.
Okay. Before we continue, here's a word from our sponsor for today's show, Robinhood.
Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free.
While other brokerages charge up to $10 for every trade, Robinhood doesn't charge any commission fees, so you can trade stocks and keep all your profits. Plus, there is no account minimum deposit needed to get started, so you can start investing at any level.
The simple, intuitive design of Robinhood makes investing easy for newcomers and experts alike. View easy-to-understand charts and market data and place a trade in just 4 taps on your smartphone. You can also view stock collections such as 100 most popular.
With Robinhood, you can learn how to invest in the market as you build your portfolio, discover new stocks, track your favorite companies, and get custom notifications for price movements so you never miss the right moment to invest.
Robinhood is giving listeners of Going in Raw a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help you build your portfolio. Sign up today at goinginraw.robinhood.com.
Thanks to Robinhood for sponsoring today's show. You're really helping out Going in Raw by going to goinginraw.robinhood.com. How you faring there?
I'm still up at $1.27.
Nice.
On my $20 investment. Let's check the news really quick. Recent news. It's time to buy tech stocks again, according to MarketWatch. And here are your 17 best bet.
Ooh, we'll get on that after we're done doing the show.
Here we go. Also from MarketWatch, Starbucks bringing back the s'mores frappuccino. What are you, anti-s'mores frappuccinos now? Come on now.
I've never had a s'mores frappuccino.
Really? Maybe you should.
But like, is Starbucks bringing back the s'mores frappuccino going to affect their stock price?
Oh, this is when I gotta learn.
Maybe it would.
CEO.
Do you think Starbucks stock price goes up during pumpkin spice latte season? Really?
Yeah, it goes up.
Right, see?
So
Shows what I know.
buy right before the fall.
Shows what I know. This is why I need to read the news so I know these things.
I actually don't know that's true. It has to though. It's
You would
pumpkin.
think so.
Yeah. I'll put it this way: if they announce that they are canceling it,
Oh man,
plummet. It would plummet.
Yeah.
How about this one from Yahoo Finance? CEOs who have gotten ousted and how to avoid their mistakes. And there's a picture of Steve Jobs. Oh man, can't really call anything that guy did a mistake.
Well, his first time around, he did get ousted.
He just like leased car after car after car. He would just like lease cars and then like leave them on the side of the road and go do stuff, and then go lease another one. Something weird like that.
That's interesting.
I don't know. Apparently, he was not a good dad. So yeah, check out Robinhood. It's great.
Yeah, it is great.
Next, we had Kofi Kingston interview.
Yeah, where Kayla was asking him, this is like his first singles match since WrestleMania as champion. And just asking him, hey, how's that going to be? And he says, I feel great.
They're like, are you going to be a relevant WWE champion or not? Is this whole thing going to come crashing down? That's one thing I'm really happy about the Kevin Owens thing, because before that turn, it was like, what are they going to do? Like, he's just in a rando match with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm glad
they did do a heck of a job of establishing a feud that actually has quite a bit of heat behind it in a matter of a week.
I know. I know.
The groundwork was laid beforehand with, Kofi or Kevin Owens taking Kofi's match at Fastlane, so on and so forth. But there was an audible gasp when Kevin Owens super kicked him.
Yeah,
crowd didn't see it coming. Anyways, Xavier Woods enters as well. He joins in, then Kevin Owens does, and he leads them in a rousing rendition of New Day Rocks.
I really could have used a couple more weeks of that, because I liked when he would do the intros also.
Oh, it's great.
good stuff.
I mean, we said for a long time that no one really could join the New Day and without disturbing their chemistry, but Kevin Owens, he definitely did it.
He had it, man.
Yeah.
He had it.
Yeah.
After that, we had at the gorilla position, Zelina Vega and Andrade Almas. He's so good with his promos.
Yeah, man.
Like, I don't know. Like, his English has gotten a little bit better. He's so sinister.
Yeah, no.
It's great. Here's the thing that I love about him. In English, he's very, like, sinister and, like, low-key. Oh, wow. BTE. According to Robinhood, I got this notification. BTE down today 5.2% to $2.17. Being the Elite is down 5%.
Oh, no. Their views are down.
All Elite out of business confirmed.
Oh, my gosh.
It's not actually Being the Elite stock. I don't think they're public.
No, they're not.
When he's speaking English, he's very like low key and sinister. But then when he yells at you in Spanish, it's also
great.
terrifying
It's great.
because he's off the rails in Spanish.
Yeah, man, it's great.
And he like says words that he probably shouldn't say on TV if they're translated. Maybe I don't know if he says "pinche" or not.
I don't know either. I haven't heard him say that.
Yeah, I know a lot of bad words in Spanish thanks to Narcos and Senor Sanchez, my 10th grade Spanish teacher. Mm-hmm. He brought in a tape of Spanish curse words. They probably couldn't do that these days.
No. No.
That'd be on Yahoo News, front page.
I know.
Anyways.
Yeah, that probably would be, huh?
So then his music hits. They walk back there.
Did your senior year high school English teacher show you Clockwork Orange in class?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, we won't continue that conversation then. Let's say it happened in my class. But
in Spanish?
No, English.
Oh, English. Who were we talking about?
Well, I'm not going to name names
McFadden?
Here. I just said I'm not going to name names here.
He might be dead by now.
Or old. He could not.
Dude, we're old. He's definitely retired by now.
Nonetheless.
He was old back then.
Nonetheless, answer the question.
God, no, I don't think he showed us that. I think your class got that. I think my class got something else that might have been as risque. I don't know.
Was it Demolition Man?
Oh, I don't know, but it'd be cool if it was. No, I saw that in the movie theaters.
No, because I thought another class got Demolition.
Demolition. What was the thread there?
Oh, just dystopian stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because we read Brave New World that semester.
Yeah, right. No, okay, so wait. What's like another movie that's kind of like...
Was it like Fahrenheit 451?
I know we saw Fahrenheit. Yeah, I think we saw Fahrenheit.
All right.
In that movie, which is like not a terribly good movie, I don't think.
I'll remember.
I think it's just like a basic adaptation of the book.
Francois Truffaut directed that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably goofy. Is it in English or is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. One of those weird movies where like the director doesn't speak the language, so like the movie comes out kind of wonky.
Francois Truffaut was in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. He's in that movie.
Movie trivia with Larson. This is great.
It's not Movie Monday, but I can go on and on.
I guess you can. That's good. You're looking forward to Werner Herzog and speaking of directors making unlikely appearances.
Yes, in a Star Wars franchise. I can't wait. Gosh, are you kidding me?
Oh, man.
That's going to be magnificent.
So after that was Finn Balor versus Andrade, Cien Almas. And was this a title match?
No.
Okay.
I said it wasn't a title match. Which
Andrade
won.
You said a Finn win.
Andrade won last time. Don't they usually say, well, if you win in a non-title match, it puts you first in line for a title match?
They've been doing that. They did that recently with Aleister Black and Ricochet. They beat Revival like 5 times before they got a title match in a fatal 4-way. That was. Oh wait,
no, they got a one-on-one.
No, they got a one-on-one.
They lost by count.
But then Rude and what's his face? Didn't they do something? Or they just straight up lose by count out? Really? Oh wow. Okay. Goes to show what I remember. I mean, this is a really fun match and everything.
It's a great. I like this feud because they've been putting on 2 weeks, 2 good matches.
Zelina tried to do towards the finish a top of the turnbuckle, top rope fun splash.
Crossbody, yeah.
Yeah, well, fun splash.
And Finn got out of the way, so Andrade had to catch her.
That was a good catch, too, because that's like he almost didn't catch her.
I know.
He was like, whoa.
And so he puts her down and says, are you okay? She says, hey, turn around. He turns around, eats a drop kick, followed by a coup de grace.
Cien, catch my wife, please.
Finn wins.
It's not that difficult because she's very short. She's small, a bundle of energy.
Catch her, please.
Catch her, please, yes.
Anyways.
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
catch her.
Finn gave Andrade the full coup de grace, too.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Leo Rush, I'll barely, bounce off you. I'll barely roll off you.
Yeah.
It was, I'm going to put all
I'm really going to stomp on you.
175 pounds of my body weight
yes.
on your chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Next.
Andrade lost.
Yeah, Andrade lost. But there would be more matches, I'm sure, between these two. Next, we had Elias backstage singing a song on his guitar.
Tough loss.
And in that song, he challenged Roman Reigns to a match at Money in the Bank.
I believe they call that a diss track.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Mixtape coming soon from Elias.
Yeah.
Shane steps up to him and interrupts him.
He was like a gleeful child.
He really was.
He's like, that's a great idea. Honestly, he was kind of acting like he just did a line off.
Yeah, he did because he was sniffing all over the place.
Off camera. That's great. That's a great idea, Elias. Love that song. Yeah, Money in the Bank. You versus Roman. Awesome. Let's go get in a limo now. Come on.
Yeah. And they got in a limo and drove off.
You want a bump? Starts rubbing his gums.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, they leave. After that, we had the singles debut, Kairi Sane versus Peyton Royce.
Who she pinned last week in a tag match. Before the match began, we had Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose confronting Paige backstage. This is earlier in the day about Absolution. And they were like, well, even if you wanted Absolution to get back together, it's not going to happen. I mean, they really want Absolution to get back together.
Yeah. Man, my feelings would be hurt too.
Yeah.
Hey, you were our mentor. You brought us up, and now
you're just ditching us.
Why? Like you're a bad guy before, kind of.
No, she was. And then she had to retire.
Yeah, that's right. She was. Oh, that's
and now
right.
she's a good guy. Yeah.
But then Paige obviously is like, well, I have Asuka.
Yeah, I know.
So
I mean,
what am I gonna do?
Exactly.
You're a step down. This is a trade up.
And also, the Iconics dropped the promo before coming to the ring where Peyton Royce says, amongst many reasons why she was unprepared for the match last week, she was dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
In advance, she drank a whole gallon of water.
Like I said, a whole gallon? Did you watch the wonderful...
I watched part of it, yeah.
Yeah, the .com, after this match, .com did a thing where Peyton Royce is talking about, I had a full bladder because I drank a whole gallon of water. And they went to the bathroom, came out, and the camera guy was still there. He says, that was really quick. Well, one thing you don't know about us, we're very quick. But yeah, anyways.
Their bathroom breaks probably quicker in this match. Kairi Sane beat Peyton Royce really quickly. I don't think Peyton got a whole lot of offense in.
No.
Kairi picked up the win, or Carrie, as Peyton Royce called her. Won after an insane elbow. After Kairi picked up the W, Mandy and Sonya walked to the ramp, have a stare down with Paige specifically, but her new tag team. And then that stare down was interrupted by Jinder Mahal. He's back on SmackDown. He's looking to be a 2-time WWE champion. No time at all.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's talk about this really quick, though. The Mandy Sonya thing, is that going to preclude... I mean, that's going to be sort of the first thing for Asuka and Kairi to get through before they get their hands on the Iconics. The Iconics, I'm assuming, are probably going to have a match at Money in the Bank against Naomi and whoever her partner
of her choosing, which I don't know who that's going to be.
It's going to be underwhelming, whatever it is. Unless it's Nikki Cross.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
So Jinder came out. Anyways, before we continue, here's a word from our sponsor, forhims.com. Sexual performance issues are way more common than you think. For example, upwards of 25% of new ED cases are guys under 40.
And 40% of guys struggle with ED by the age of 40.
They can't smash.
Yeah. But why turn to odd solutions, or worse yet, do nothing when you can turn to medicine and science with forhims.com? You can get your hands on well-known generic equivalents to brand-name prescriptions to help combat ED.
A.K.A. smash pills.
Smash, yeah.
Forhim.com is one-stop shop for men for hair loss, skincare, and sexual wellness. With Hims, you don't have to waste time sitting in a waiting room. You avoid all those awkward conversations with your doctor. Hey, doctor, I'm having smash issues.
Let me help you with smash issues.
May I see it, please? Because Hims offers prescription solutions backed by science to deal with your ED.
Just go to forhims.com, answer a few questions, have a quick and confidential review with a doctor, and products are shipped directly to your door.
Being your best means performing your best, smashing your best. And right now, Going In Raw listeners can try a month of Hims for only $5 while supplies last. Go to forhims.com/GIR5. That's the number 5. That's FORHIMS.com/GIR5. This would cost you hundreds if you went to a pharmacy or the doctor.
Thanks to 4hims.com for sponsoring today's episode, and you're really helping out Going in Raw by going to 4hims.com/GIR5. Before we get to Jinder's match with Chad Gable, let's talk about this Aleister Black promo that actually aired right after the commercial break.
Sort of like the More You Know segment. It was a black room. He shows up in like a black button-down shirt, sits down, and has a heart-to-heart with the camera.
I guess it's more or less like, don't let my appearances tell you the whole story, more or less, or something like that.
The superficial visage of my exterior.
The aesthetic of this caricature.
Right.
I'm like, and then he says, my true desire is to sell ice cream to the masses.
I mean, he just needs to, I don't know. Why he's got so much mystique. He doesn't need to talk that much.
Yeah, but it was, okay, here's my concern. Here's worst case scenario. He totally turns into a Bray Wyatt guy who just talks a lot and says absolutely nothing.
That's exactly what this promo felt like.
It did. That's the exact vibe I got off it.
Hey, everybody. I'm going to talk circular now.
Because he shows up and, they got the arena audio feed in there, and the crowd pops when he shows up.
Yeah, he's great. He's awesome.
Because people just want to see him kick people in the head.
Yeah.
That's what they want to see. That's what they really want to see.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if they booked him like Bray Wyatt, though.
No, exactly. I don't think they're going to make him necessarily that nature of a supernatural individual.
No, I'm just talking about wins and losses, dude.
No, not either. But they might in terms of having him say a bunch of nonsense.
So I wasn't, as long as it doesn't turn into a pattern, then I'm fine with it, I don't know. I thought some of it, it started sort of...
Hold on. Wrestling Inc. had the transcript up. So
cool.
Sure.
Right.
Continue talking while I pull that up, please.
Like the first part of it felt like, because there's always that weird thing on the internet about him being allegedly a Satanist, because obviously if you look
he's
at
got
the
occult imagery on stuff.
And he sort of laughs it off and just sort of talks crap to people about that. Aleister, that's 0. There's
Where did it go?
Nothing. More news, maybe. Aleister, nothing. Anyways,
continue. I'll find it.
And I thought that maybe some of the beginning part of it, I was like, oh, is that what he's talking about? Like, don't be fooled by something you see on the outside.
This is what he said.
You know who I am, Aleister Black, but do you know what I am, Ice Cream Man? Because the name and the persona are not the same thing, nor should the aesthetic of the persona invoke any judgmental reactions.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, but he continues.
But it does, doesn't it? And these last remaining seconds, I can't even begin to explain the complexity of my tragic caricature.
I can't even begin to explain the complexity of my tragic caricature.
I remember him saying caricature. I thought it was character. Anyways, continue.
Of my tragic caricature. But as all good things, give it time, and I'm sure that the world that you grew up in will have me condemned.
So it's all just about his appearances, essentially.
So
people are going to judge.
They're going to judge him for what he looks like.
Pretty much, what he's saying is, don't judge a book by its cover.
Because that happens, and I'll probably be condemned based on what I look like and not who I am.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I like that. Maybe he wrote that.
Oh, entirely possible.
I mean, it felt natural coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it seemed like there was a purpose for it. Again, reason to, but caution. Proceed with caution on that one. Because if he does that for 6 weeks straight.
Yeah, without really advancing anything.
That's a possibility right there. And I don't want that to happen.
We need to see him in the ring kicking people in the head.
But I do appreciate the idea that if you look at this as like truly a clean slate, this is a decent way to introduce a guy.
Yeah, probably had a better reintroduction than Ricochet, who had a match against Robert Roode and then took a loss.
Yeah, he didn't get a promo or anything. He just came out with his Warp Speed came out.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, and then took a loss against Magnum PI.
Yeah, against Silas Young.
Against Silas Young, NWO Silas Young. So, yeah. But I don't know. I mean, it feels like he's going to come out there, squash a couple of jobbers. So...
Hopefully.
And then SummerSlam, maybe he'll have like a real match.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he'll get a real feud at some point.
Against someone like maybe Jinder Mahal, because he took on Chad Gable next. But the match didn't happen because Lars laid out a really oiled up Chad Gable.
Dude,
he was obviously playing some WWE 2K19 and saw if you jack the body oil all the way up, it makes you glisten and shine, and he wanted to do that.
And then we got that horrible, horrible American Alpha theme song. Yeah, it's just give him something new, man.
Yeah, he should have something new.
Like, here's the thing. A Chad Gable, like kicking Lars Sullivan off with like a really good Chad Gable feud is something that could totally happen because they're totally diametrically opposite. You know, like they're completely different. And you let Chad Gable get some stuff in, but they're not going to do that. They're going to use Chad Gable as a total beat dummy. I'd be surprised if he got any moves on Lars Sullivan if they actually have a match.
Well, no, here's the thing. I don't think they're ever going to have a match because R-Truth came to the ring.
Yeah, so that's even worse.
So it's supposed to be Jinder versus Chad Gable. Lars lays out Gable before the match starts. He gets in the ring. Jinder leaves. Singh brothers both get destroyed, one with a freak accident, the other with a sit-down powerbomb. Then R-Truth comes down to the ring. He starts to take it to Lars. He eventually gets laid out with a powerbomb as well.
I liked very serious R-Truth. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
His sit-down powerbombs scare the crap out of me with Lars. It looks like he's kind of shaky doing them. That freaks the crap out of me. It's not fun. Anyways.
Well, people have gotten hurt because of sit-down powerbombs.
Yeah, I know. That's what scares me about him.
Running sit-down powerbombs.
The running sit-down is what bugs me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the freak accident looks like a very safe move.
Yeah, it does. It's just
although you're way up there when you come down.
It's kind of just a uranagi.
I don't know. What do I know? I'm not
except around like the collar areas around the waist.
It's what?
Uranagi. Next, Roman Reigns interview. He accepts Elias's challenge.
Yeah.
He says he's not going to be able to sing once he's done with him. Ooh.
Next up, Charlotte promo.
She comes out to the ring. She's upset because she doesn't have title, even though she didn't lose the match at Mania. She says Becky didn't beat her. Ronda lost Charlotte's title for Charlotte to Becky at WrestleMania. Therefore, she's upset.
Yeah.
Well, but that was the rules of the match. It was winner take all. It was in all the advertising for it. She should be aware of that. Anyways,
Charlotte's
Becky comes down the ring.
Man.
And she says to Charlotte, I want you to get out of the way so I can take on new challengers, like Bayley.
List some people off.
Yeah.
Bayley.
Yeah.
Ember Moon,
maybe. Yeah. Bayley comes down the ring.
She's all business, man.
Yeah, she is.
All
she did leave her hugs on Raw.
She did, but she was not wearing the "You Ain't Shit" shirt.
No.
That we came up with.
She had snakes on her pants.
Ooh.
It looked like snakes.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. I did notice that it was like darker theme.
Yeah,
it was the base color was black.
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
like yellow or gold snakes on it, I thought.
That's good. There's a great shot of her sort of standing toe-to-toe with Charlotte, like just a face-off. And it was cool. I like that if Bayley's going to be disgruntled Bayley, I like it. I think it looks good on her.
Yeah. So Bayley gets in the ring and says, yeah, Becky, you may have beaten Charlotte a bunch, but you know how many times you beat me?
Settle.
0.
She went settle?
No, she went 0. It's like when I went to a Kings game once and I was sitting, my dad's company had a pair of courtside seats.
Yeah, I remember
that. And not when we went with you. I went with you. We were sitting down there. And they were playing the Timberwolves, and some guy was shooting free throws. And so Chuck Persons was on the Timberwolves. And so one of the guys courtside goes, hey, Chuck, how many points he scored tonight? And Chuck turned to the guy and did this. 0.
0. That was good.
Anyways. And Charlotte says, hey, get to the back of the line. And Bayley says, well, you got to earn your title shot. And Charlotte again tells her to get to the back of the line. And Bayley goes, pow!
Whack.
Knocks that mic out of her hand, and then we get the stare down.
Yeah, then we get the stare down, and then we get a match, Charlotte versus Bayley, and then they had confirmed, I guess backstage or whatever, they confirmed there's going to be
title shot,
future title opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like you said, it was a hell of a match.
Yeah, it was really good.
Sort of kind of a pay-per-view level match.
It definitely was.
And then Charlotte won. I really, oh my God. I really love the flip, throwing somebody's head into the turnbuckle thing that Bayley's doing.
The sunset flip.
I think it's
deal.
great.
I know.
It looks so fantastic. Yeah. It's brutal.
Yeah.
But Charlotte picked up the win after a spear.
Yeah.
That's cool too. I really like the spear if it's done right. I think Charlotte's is decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was after Charlotte had basically thrown everything she could at Bayley, for the most part. Mm-hmm. She couldn't lock in the figure 8 because one time she tried, Bayley reversed it into a package.
Yeah.
Small package. But yeah, Charlotte tried to do everything she could to get that win.
So now
got it with a spear.
Becky 2 belts is Becky 2 matches at Money in the Bank. She's gonna be taking on Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's title.
Correct.
And then
Charlotte for the SmackDown one.
For the SmackDown one.
That's how they should do it, and they should have her defend both those titles at every pay-per-view.
Yeah, I know.
Until she loses one.
I know. That's a good, or both. I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, she had an interview about this, and she said, Kayla Braxton said, so what's the deal? You get 2 matches? Did you bite off more than you could chew? Something like that. And she said, no, I bet on myself. She said, I'm gonna make Lacey Evans tap out before she even realizes what happened, and then I'm gonna go beat Charlotte for reals again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably gonna happen at Money in the Bank. She should also be in the Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, and then win that, and then cash in on herself to win those both belts again.
This will have 4 belts.
Yeah, man.
Holy crap.
Man, Becky 4 belts. That'd be something else. Next, we got to watch Firefly Funhouse again. Still great.
It was a rerun. Yeah.
Yeah, still good, though.
I can watch this a couple times
Hell yeah.
over and over again. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Did you notice anything new?
I was paying closer attention.
Yeah.
But nothing that nobody pointed out yesterday to us.
Yeah. I want to know when he put his hand over his ear, like he was talking on the phone, what he said. That's so quiet.
Somebody today had one of those little picture meme things of Bray Wyatt, and then Mercy the Buzzard with a picture of Eric Young below that, and then Abby the puppet, the witch or whatever, with Nikki below that. And they said, "Would you like to see this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't sure, why not? I don't care. I want to get those people on TV."
Yeah.
But I kind of like Nikki Cross as being Nikki Cross.
Then who's gonna be the bunny? Who's the rabbit?
That Justin Gabriel bunny, remember from back in the day?
Yeah.
Just we'll figure out who that is.
Yeah, the Adam Rose bunny.
Oh, the Adam Rose bunny. That's right.
Yeah.
But it was Justin Gabriel inside, right?
Yeah, I think so. Backstage, Kevin Owens does the New Day's intro again. That's always spectacular, especially when they yell at him to really get it from the plums.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Great. Main event, Kofi Kingston taking on Shinsuke Nakamura.
With suited Rusev at ringside as well.
Man, he looks sharp.
Yeah, good. Look good.
And you had Xavier Woods and Kevin Owens on commentary. They'd cut to them on occasion. It was good stuff.
Corey was not happy with that.
No.
But yeah, no, it was good. It just illustrated, I was like, man, whenever Kevin Owens is on commentary wearing like a cowboy hat, running down Byron Saxton, that's my favorite.
Well, you're going to get a lot more of that, though.
I know. It makes me so happy.
This is a fun match between Kofi and Shinsuke. He's doing that sliding German suplex a lot now, which is cool.
Yeah.
At one point, he goes for Kinshasa. Kofi counters with a double stomp.
He gave the propers to, who was it, Ishimori on Twitter for that. I think it was Ishimori. He's the guy. Ishimori's doing that, right?
He's done it, but then Trent said, here's a guy that did it the first time.
Who is it?
Some guy I'd never heard of.
Oh, okay.
Because Trent used, he has like some footage from a match that might have been like 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Where he has like blonde braids or something.
Oh, that's interesing.
Yeah. He said this is the guy who invented it.
Well, Shinsuke got it from Ishimori apparently because
Yeah.
that's who he shouted out to.
Yeah,
on,
but then Nakamura responded to Trent, said, "Oh, respect."
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Very neat.
Yeah.
I like to see all those people
Mm-hmm.
interact.
Mm-hmm.
You see the best of the Super Juniors lineup?
Yeah, looks good.
Gresham's in there. Bandito's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Enzo's in there. Good stuff.
Enzo, no. Tried to pull one fast one on me, didn't you?
Did you see Enzo's promo?
What do you think?
he was talking crap about Ring of Honor in New Japan, and then a direct response to that, Tama Tonga did a direct response to that where he wasn't looking at the lens, he was looking at the phone, and
I feel like Tama Tonga. I'm fine with him doing that.
he just dropped like oh yeah, he can do whatever he wants. He's amazing.
Man. Yeah, man. All he has to say is, "Who
Yeah, I know.
the fuck is you?"
He said, "We ain't letting you in our locker room because you a cancer." It's really good. And he's just chilling. He's just like really smiling. He's like, "We ain't letting you in our fucking locker room because you cancer. And we don't let that in our locker room."
Oh, that's so good.
He said, "You could blame me." I said, "No." Tama Tonga is the best.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyways, finished the match. Saw Kofi after missing a Trouble in Paradise in SOS on Nakamura. Is actually really well done, well choreographed segment. Rusev in suit runs to the ring, breaks up the pinfall. Brawl ensues between New Day and Rusev and Nakamura. Eventually, New Day clears the ring, and after Kofi hits a Trouble in Paradise on Nakamura, Owens lays him out with a super kick. He rips off his New Day shirt, gets on top of Kofi, ground and pound. Ringside, he tosses Kofi in the barricade, then to the ring post. He grabs the title from the timekeeper, goes back in the ring. He's put it in Kofi's face and says, have you enjoyed this? Has your kids enjoyed this? Because it's not lasting. This is it. It's done. Mm-hmm. Talks a bunch of crap. Kofi tries to come back. Owens beats him up again. Tosses him outside. Sets up for an apron powerbomb. Xavier Woods hits a drop kick through the ropes. Tries to fight Owens off. Instead, he's the one that eats the apron powerbomb, and that looked nasty.
That looked really bad.
That had a lot of stank on it.
It did. Yeah.
That had a lot of stank on it.
That looked really nasty. And he was selling it like it legitimately
hurt him
sucked.
Bad.
Yeah.
What Bray news are you looking up?
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll get to it in a sec.
Oh, all right. And that was your episode of SmackDown Live TV.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was fine. I don't know. I just have such high expectations for SmackDown. It's usually fantastic. So yeah, but no, it was good. It was fine. It was fine.
Yes. Let's answer some questions. All right. Are you looking for info about that Bray stuff that people are mentioning in chat?
Yeah.
The only thing I saw about it is JD tweeted something to that effect, but I don't know where he got it from.
Okay. All right. I'll take a look at that. Good old JD. This is garbage. That's what he says. WWE is garbage. He says reports came out this morning that stockholders and sponsors were pressuring WWE to drop the gimmick. You gotta link it, dude. What are you doing, JD? What reports are these?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on.
What are you talking about, JD? Anyways, I like JD. He was nice. 2 times met him. Let's see here. Time for questions.
Yes.
First up in the Discord, you can get access to the Going in Raw Discord. $1 Patreon. Also, channel membership. I got to do another link there.
Yes.
Here we go. Dominist 1. Which 4 superstars would you put on your Mount Mushmore of WWE?
Oh, that's what Shane said, right?
Is that what it was? So I saw a bunch of memes afterwards.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I didn't notice it myself.
Yeah.
That's what Shane said?
I think so, yeah.
The Mount Mushmore.
That's the only mention of Mount Rushmore on SmackDown last night, so that's kind of put together.
All right.
Who'd be on our
Well, first of all, obviously this isn't Mount Rushmore. This is Mount Mushmore. So define Mount Mushmore. It's like the opposite of Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. The Bizarro Mount Rushmore, yes.
So probably Lex.
Yeah. Enzo.
Enzo, there you go.
Sid.
Oh, really? But you're such a big... Look, you're literally holding scissors.
I love Sid, but he's a terrible wrestler.
Okay, Sid. And then who else? I know there's somebody obvious that we're missing.
Oh, yeah, probably. There's a lot of obvious answers for that.
Are any jokey pictures up here?
Like Giant Gonzalez or something like that.
Giant Gonzalez. Top notch.
How dare you?
He'd be there too, absolutely.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Boss Haas. He's on there.
How dare you?
Let's see here.
You would
Arma
know.
Arcana wants to know what brand we think Bray will likely end up on. Well, given that he's been on both, where will his first feud be, I guess, is the question. If he's cross-brand because of these things. Look at Giant Cesaro.
Yeah, no. You love that.
Bray Wyatt versus 3 times the size Cesaro.
Where will his first feud be? I'll say Raw.
There's a lot of time on Raw to do stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Raw sounds good.
Exactly. Christopher McKeon, Zayn versus Riddle or too soon? Too sweet and hearty handshake. No, it's not too soon.
Jimmy Thomas says his math class showed him the Matrix and the Bourne Identity.
Math class?
In math, yeah.
That's interesting. No Goodwill Hunting.
That's here we go. Who is this? This was Cody Miles. Let's see here. Who's this? The ringsideroster.com. Ever since the debut on Raw this week, Bray Wyatt and his Firefly Funhouse have taken their okay. WWE actually considered dropping the gimmick altogether after feedback on Tuesday morning from WWE shareholders and sponsors voicing their opinions on it. They aren't fans of the whole cult leader of children vibe, but despite that, WWE sees it as a hit and is going to move forward. I don't know if ringside roster. I don't know anything about ringside roster.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So take that for what you will. Usually there are people like Sean Ross Sapp, Ryan Satin. They've got, like, whenever it's coming from those guys, we kind of know, okay, well, there's got to be at least some element of truth
Or
to
Wrestling
it.
Inc., the
Wrestling,
more
yeah.
well-established, I feel like,
Yeah.
wrestling news sites.
Yeah.
Kid Campbell, can't believe nobody mentioned this yesterday, but Captain James T. Kirk is from Iowa when you were in the midst of talking crap about Iowa.
Yeah, that continues. I'm not a fan of Kirk.
Wow.
I'm not.
Jay Sean Lawrence, thank you. Jose Alaguna, book each other's midlife crisis.
Oh, man. Okay. You get tired of the...
I thought you were just going to say you get tired.
Well, that's just perpetual. That's been since at least college, since I've known you.
Yeah.
You get tired of the ups and downs of YouTube. Decide to declare war on sugar, because you always call it El Diablo.
Yeah, it is the devil.
The devil. And go down to where's sugar? Sugar is made in like South America, right?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of places where sugar's grown, I would imagine.
Well, you go with like a flamethrower and start torching sugarcane fields, I guess. That's what you do.
Some in Hawaii, I think, too.
Yeah. Oh, you go to Hawaii. It's lovely out there.
Go to Hawaii.
And then
vacation. That sounds fun.
The cops chase you after you're in. This is good. The cops chase you up a volcano in Hawaii, because there's lots of volcanoes there now.
There's some.
Yeah. And then you're able to fend some of those dirty cops off, those Hawaiian cops off, Hawaii 5-0, with,
The flamethrower I have, probably, yeah.
Well, you go after their knees with the flamethrower.
Okay.
Right? So their knees are all on fire. But then one cop, the true detective, Mustafa Ali, comes and Spanish flies you into the lava,
volcano, but he's
sacrificing himself.
Oh, I'd say somehow he escapes.
No, he's true, man. He's true detective, so he sacrifices himself.
All right.
There
All
you
right. And so you get tired of YouTube and you go to your garage and you see all the comic books you have in there and you're like, I need to get rid of these. And so you drive across the country selling your comic books out of the back of your car.
That's basically what I'm doing anyways.
But yeah, you have a shop, but this is actually part of it is you're driving cross country to find yourself too.
Oh, good. That's you should always be doing that when you're
driving across the country
or having a midlife crisis.
Yeah,
find yourself.
You go buy yourself like a Dodge Charger or something like that.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to do it. Maybe I need
That's good.
Maybe I need a midlife crisis to get me to buy a Dodge Charger.
You don't need a Dodge Charger.
They're really cool looking cars. I just feel like I wasted so much money on gas with that big gas guzzler of mine for like 10 years.
Hey man, if you're gonna be a good California liberal, you need to buy a car that gets good gas mileage.
Maybe I don't want to be a good California liberal.
Then get out of California.
No way, man. We're not really in a liberal part of California.
Well, even a not liberal part of California is probably more liberal than 80% of the rest of the United States.
That's totally true. That's absolutely true. Anyways, Thayer Thabata wants to know, did Kevin Owens turn just a tad too soon? Well, ideally, when would he have turned, Larson?
I always thought it was going to happen when Big E came back. But I understand
June 7th.
They needed this match. They needed a feud for Kofi for Money in the Bank. You know, based on the crowd's reaction, it wasn't too soon.
Yeah. Gasp.
There was an audible gasp.
Oh my God, his foot slipped.
Yeah, no.
Oh no, why is he doing that?
Why is he thrusting his hips and then kicking Kofi in the face?
Right.
And everybody knew what was going on. He turned on him.
Yeah. Alex Foster. In kayfabe, how do the Colognes have jobs, considering they're on TV the least amount compared to everyone else in the company?
Are they on, wait, Superstar still on?
The main event is.
That's Raw.
I don't think they're superstars anymore. I think it canceled out a while ago.
I guess they just work the house show circuit, I guess.
Is that kayfabe? House shows are kayfabe, right?
Yeah.
Do house shows exist in kayfabe?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so,
I mean,
right?
title victories have happened, not house shows, and they reported them.
That's true.
Dylan Haggett, hey, friendos, bad night at work, have money. Thank you, Dylan.
Oh, man. Sorry about your bad day at work, though. That sucks.
Rich Hardesty says, the Dame shot was amazing. Impossible to sleep last night. Still riding the adrenaline high from that. Rip City, baby.
Oh, man. No kidding, Rich. Oh, is Rich a Portland guy?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, based on this, it seems that's the case, yeah.
He has to deal with a lot of rain out there. Thomas Dunnigan. Bone, Mary. So Smash, Mary, retire. Captain America, Iron Man, Thor. Well, that's easy. Retire Iron Man.
No, you marry Iron Man.
No, you marry Captain America.
You marry Iron Man. He's got all sorts of money. That's a good life right there. You bone Thor. He's Chris Hemsworth. Come on.
Yeah, he's very sexy.
Yeah,
Smash Thor.
He smashed Thor.
Yeah.
You marry Iron Man.
Yeah.
He's got the quips. He's funny.
You gonna retire Captain America?
Sorry.
This country's got enough crap going for it. No, we need Captain America. Marry him, and then retire Iron Man.
No, you marry Iron Man.
Yeah, we're doing.
You're set for life.
I feel like you're really into this question. Kyle Michigan. Interesting. They'd have Becky Lynch face the same person twice at Money in the Bank. That was pretty good. That was good.
Oh, that was a good question. Simon Bronson, out of you two, who was Cass XL and who was NZO?
Oh, man. So I'm more of a talker than you are, I
Yeah.
feel like. But, like, physically, I feel like I'm more likely to show up at an event horribly out of shape. I'm more likely for grainy footage of my shirtless, tubby ass to be making the rounds on Instagram with, horrified looks on people's faces.
Yeah.
But I'd also, but then I'm probably more willing to let my mouth do the running and get me into trouble
Yeah.
than you are.
You're kind of both of them.
I'm Enzo and I'm the worst, literally the worst person because I'm Enzo and Cass together. Yeah.
Dylan Haggett, you guys got to watch seemingly great films in school. We got stuck with garbage in Australia.
Well, what do you call
What constitutes garbage?
Yeah,
Tell
what
us
kind?
what-
Yeah. Was it just like the what's that guy's name? Crocodile Dundee. They just watched those
No, they had to
movies?
watch Crocodile Dundee. There's been some great movies. Peter Weir, director, he's Australian.
Yeah.
George Miller, he's Australian.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Was Conan made in Australia?
I don't believe so.
No.
Why do you ask?
Wasn't that Miller?
No.
Who was that?
That was John Milius. He directed
Oh,
that.
okay. What did wait? So what's his name?
John Milius or George Miller?
George Miller. What did he do?
Mad Max, Road Warriors.
Oh, okay. And those are Australian.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
At least the first two were made in Australia. I don't know if Thunderdome was.
Let's see. What else did he do? Oh my goodness. Violence in the Cinema Part 1, short film. Wow, that sounds cool. Mad Max 2. The Witches of Eastwick.
It's still crazy that he directed the first Babe movie.
And then what's Milius' first name?
John
Milius.
He was one of the writers, I think, of Apocalypse Now.
Oh, interesting. They kind of look the same. Film. Dirty Harry. What did he do for that? He wrote Dirty Harry, or he was a writer on.
he
Oh, an
wrote
uncredited writer on
He
Dirty
wrote
Harry.
a lot of movies.
Interesting. Magnum Force. That was another Dirty
Harry.
Yeah.
Dylan says, I wish I could smash. Not smashing sucks.
Uncredited writer on Jaws as well.
Wow.
Yes, credited writer on Apocalypse Now.
Script doctoring, that's what they call it, right? You come in and do a draft of a script.
He also worked on 1941. You ever see that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard it's terrible.
It's not great.
Yeah.
Abraham Aquino says Larson's favorite impression that Steve does.
Your favorite. Oh, God. Do you like any of them these days? You hear them every day next to you.
Right now it's probably Alistair. Dylan again, Money in the Bank predictions. Men's Raw Drew or SmackDown Live Andrade. Who'd you rather have win? Drew or Andrade?
Andrade, because I feel like he need. I always get the feeling that Andrade is like one step away from being unhappy and telling Roosh not to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the like if somebody has Money in the Bank, they've got a little bit of security.
Yeah.
And I like that. And Drew's fine. Drew will always have that. Because he's Drew.
Dylan asks, wanted Owens to stay face for a bit. Oh, well.
Rich, the Smash Bro, says, will the Iconics ever be taken seriously? They're 0-4 since winning the tag titles.
They won one match. They beat the Brooklyn Bells after they won the.
Now I see why Sasha is pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna win when it counts, and then they'll probably drop the titles at SummerSlam to Asuka and Kairi Sane. I could see that maybe.
Via Lobos, thank you. Charles Miller, have you done Eddie math? Yes, we've done Eddie Guerrero math a couple times. I think he's
pretty high,
about almost an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Jose Alaguna, what's a movie everyone loves but you hate? I mean, there's been several Oscar Best Picture winning movies that I don't get. Like, why do people like this movie?
Yeah, but usually that becomes the general consensus.
No, I know.
With Oscar winners. It's like that year Crash won, and everybody's like, wait, really? Crash? And then
that
what?
was not a good movie.
Oh, and then that one movie won this year that people were complaining about.
Oh, Green Book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One movie everybody loves, but you hate. I don't even know what were you going to Google just then? Movies everybody loves. Yeah. Oh, I got it.
What?
I got it. Forrest Gump. People love that movie.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody really loves it anymore.
I think there's been a critical backlash to it.
Yeah.
But like the general like film person.
I wouldn't say hate, but the Dark Knight's really overrated. It's not that great.
In terms of being rated, it is over quite a bit.
I don't hate it.
Given that it's like over Godfather.
I know.
Godfather Part 2 still.
I don't really care for the Lord of the Rings movie, but I'm not a fantasy guy.
Talk about a movie I can sit there and just look at how high Forrest Gump is. Tell me that ain't overrated.
It is overrated.
Yeah. Interstellar's really high. Jeez.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a really good 2/3 of a movie, Interstellar, and then 1/3 of a really bad movie.
The Prestige is 28 on IMDb's top-rated list.
I love The Prestige. That's a really fun movie.
I can think of movies that people really love, like The Departed. Some people really like that.
What do you think people like more, The Departed or Forrest Gump? I think people like according to IMDb, Forrest Gump.
That's no argument there. It's Forrest Gump.
Let's see here. Matt Oates says Ronda's going to be on Stephen Colbert on Monday to promote the new Mortal Kombat.
Oh, interesting.
Which is better, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? And assuming you did play it, I know you're not really a gamer, but who would be your go-to players?
Well, I did play those at times. I always felt Mortal Kombat felt more intuitive in terms of getting moves off. Like I felt like if you give me a thing where I can had basic moves within a couple minutes, I knew how to do.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the fatalities. Where I feel like Street Fighter, like some of the move combinations, like I still can't do.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that.
Plus, Mortal Kombat is super bloody.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat was like UFC in the early 90s. It was like, whoa,
people
look
getting
at all
their
this
faces
blood.
ripped off and all sorts of crazy stuff.
And then UFC, we heard reports that people back then were getting their faces ripped off. That didn't actually happen.
Yeah, it never turned out to be true.
But it had that reputation that it was like really disturbing.
Outlaw.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then who would be in Mortal Kombat? Who would be your preferred character? Who said was Scorpion? Get over here, that guy.
Yeah, he was good.
I like when people demand my presence.
Yeah, Tommy Cat says, trust the process. Maybe he's a Sixers fan. Christopher McKeon says, Undertaker explaining Thanos theory to Michelle. You mean Thanos? Well, that's good getting to spoiler territory.
Talking about Theranos?
I don't know. Jeffrey Nguyen says, I took a film class in high school, best nap time.
So you see, Michelle, here's the idea. Humanity, sentient life is a plague.
Imagine if I could initiate powers of the darkness with a snap of my fingers.
I'm going to do this, and I want you to produce a sandwich for me. Where are you going? Hopefully to make me a sandwich. Oh, she's going outside to her lady gym. Michelle, I want to put down pastrami like a dove.
Pastrami sounds good.
All right.
Dylan says he watched Strictly Ballroom in school. It's bad. I never saw that. That's Baz Luhrmann.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his work.
Yeah,
terribly.
Take any movie that guy made. That's overrated. People love his stuff. I'm not into it.
I don't know if I was able to sit through all Moulin Rouge.
I didn't even try. Did I? I forget. Is that the one with Ewan McGregor?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I think I did. I think I hated it. Even as Romeo and Juliet was...
Yeah, I didn't care for that either.
It was like, not good. Not a fan of that stuff.
Dominic Marini was last night the craziest night in sports. Not only did you have Dame drop that crazy 3, but I guess the Sharks came back from being down 3-0 to win in overtime.
Yeah.
I don't really pay attention to hockey much.
Yeah, me neither.
I'd say there's probably some nights where like the NCAA tournament happens where there's like 3 buzzer beaters to win games plus other stuff going on in the pros. That's probably a more incredible night of sports.
I'm sure for Portland it was pretty crazy.
Oh, that's probably off the charts, man.
I just like it because I turn it on. I went to my room to start doing some editing, my office to do some editing, and I flicked on the TV. I was like, Oh man, Thunder are probably going to win this. I get to see a Russell Westbrook press conference afterwards, where he's rude to everybody.
Yeah, no. What's his deal?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get that. I mean, I understand. The guy that he's like especially rude to is pretty down on the. According to Russ, that sports journalist,
the local one that he just says next question to all the time.
He
right?
writes about dissent in the team.
Yeah.
And Westbrook there was one press conference where he was sitting next to Steven
Adams?
Yeah. And the guy asked Steven a question, and Russ wouldn't let him talk. And Adams was sitting there just sort of acquiescing to the diva Russell. Oh, God.
I was listening to local sports radio, and Mark Kreidler, he's from Oklahoma originally. And so I guess he knows that reporter and says he's talked to him before and said it's not like there's nothing personal. Like, they'll chat.
Yeah.
It's nothing personal whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, they're completely,
He just probably points out the obvious. Westbrook is a ball hog.
Yeah. Yeah. Alto, Halloween or Elm Street movies. Oh, give me Michael Myers.
Oh, man, I'm all about Freddy, dude. I like a guy who's going to just joke around and talk shit while he's killing people in their dreams. That's terrifying because I love sleep. That's the thing. I love sleep. Well, I can't do that now? Oh, get out of here. And then on top of that, I got to get clowned while some dude's ripping me up with his cool glove.
No, give me Michael Myers. Quinn Vesely, thank you. New member. Charles Miller, which 8 wrestlers would make a good classic fighting game roster?
Warp Speed. Also known as Ricochet. You guys really need to be watching Steven Larson book Raw.
Well, that's like 2 weeks out yet.
They need to be watching live on Twitch when it happens, man.
Yeah,
These
ideally.
tapings are something else.
They are. They really are.
Sometimes you actually cut out some good stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, like some of the banter that we do between.
No. I'm sorry. There was one time I was like, man, I can't believe you cut this out. And I understood why you did it. There was a super glitchy, I think it was Damo was going to be in a match. And he was resting up against the thing.
Oh,
we had to restart the match.
That's why. The only
and
reason
I know why.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
But I wish you would have kept in that little glitch bit.
Well, then we can
It'll go into best stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Got to give some good stuff for the people watching on
That's
Twitch.
true. That's good.
Exclusive.
That's fine. I trust you.
8 wrestlers. Wow, that's a lot. Lars Sullivan.
That's good. Lars, Braun, Glacier.
Yeah.
He didn't say current guys.
True.
Bruiser Brody.
Yeah. You got to watch the Dark Side of the Ring about him. It's really
I know. Abdullah
really
Butcher.
good. Yeah.
Ricochet. But
Yeah.
as Warp Speed.
Terry Funk.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, I don't know. He kind of ambles.
Yeah, but he's like if you're looking, not only are they fighters, but the characters.
Yeah, okay.
He's a character different than anybody else.
That's
He's
fine.
listed there.
And then, Asuka. She looks like a
Yeah.
video game character. You know who super looks like a video game character? Lacey Lane.
Mm-hmm.
She looks like a video. She looks like a Mortal Kombat
Also
character.
TJP. Dylan. Val Venus Math. Hello, ladies. Where's a pen? I need to write and get that, please. Thank you.
While you're doing that, Connor asks, so besides KO, who's going to challenge Kofi for the title next? And is it Jinder?
No. I'm guessing Kofi, and Owens are going to be feuding up until SummerSlam. SummerSlam, he'll probably have a new opponent, maybe Daniel Bryan if he's back by then. Oh, sorry, the Thanos theory. The theory with Ant-Man and Thanos. Have you heard that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
No
that
way,
too.
man. Thanos is like, dude, Thanos like wrecked Hulk. You think his butt muscles, his anal muscle, whatever, you think I wouldn't squish Ant-Man so easily? Nah, man.
Val Venus in ring. 5 or 6. He was fine.
I give him a 6 because it's like, he was better than average.
Yeah. Look. He looked like a porn star.
Well, he looked very appropriately for his gimmick.
Yeah.
And he's a big dude. 6. I
Yeah,
guess.
but as a wrestler, he looks fairly average. Promo. 6.
6, yeah. He was kind of clever.
Legacy. I don't know if he really has a legacy.
People have positive thoughts about him.
I'd say 5 is
Yeah,
average.
5, yeah.
Kayfabe, I don't think he ever really won anything.
He was IC champion.
Oh,
Give
yeah.
him a 5.
5. Man, this is the most mediocre wrestler ever.
He really is.
5+. Middle of the road.
That dude had like the most average ceiling when you have porn guy as wrestler, you're not gonna be.
You're not main event material per se. I
Not
understand,
really.
yeah.
Which is fine. He had a good career.
Yeah, he did have a good
Isn't
career.
he like a super libertarian guy?
Yeah, he likes the marijuana.
Yeah.
That's my understanding.
I like how that's like most libertarians, just like, leave me alone. I want to smoke weed.
Yeah,
And
pretty
not
much.
pay taxes.
And not pay taxes. Yeah.
Oh man. 6-inch Cyclops. When all is said and done with Kofi's reign, do you think it will be a memorable one?
Depends on the feuds he has, and starting him off with Kevin Owens and starting off on the right foot.
I'll put it this way: if he loses that title at SummerSlam to Kevin Owens, so all he had is one good feud, I'm gonna say probably not. If he drops it at at Survivor Series, I mean, he might have it for a year. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Kevin Owens is a really good start. You're right, but he's got to get through Kevin Owens and have a couple of other really good feuds.
Abraham Aquino, Baron Corbin, trying to explain going in Raw math. So, you have one category has 3 categories.
3 categories.
Inside.
First category is 3 categories.
And that whole category is being good. Being good is 3 ways. You have ring, I'm 10. Promo,
I'm 11.
I'm 11. Look, amazing.
And then his legacy.
Legacy.
I'm everybody's favorite
I'm
child.
every town's favorite son. I am Golden Gloves 10.
10.
Kayfabe. Former Money in the Bank mister.
I'm sorry. Have you beat gold medalist at WrestleMania?
Final match.
Final last match?
10.
10. I'm 10.
I'm 10 best wrestler.
I'm 10 plus wrestler.
John Cena can't humiliate me in going in Raw math. Guion asked Steve, did you get your tickets? Yes.
Oh my! Did I mention that at the start of the show?
No, we mentioned that beforehand.
No, we did because I said they open up screenings.
Oh, maybe I can't remember
Yeah, I
if we
got
talked
some
about that
tickets.
before we started or not.
8:30, man. Roseville. Who wants to join?
Well, you already got your 4, man.
I got Movie Squad.
Cero miedo.
One doesn't mean anything. Anyways, is that it for the show? What do we got coming on the bonus episode?
Guion has one more question here. Please do.
Number 1.
Please do Taker being excited for Endgame.
Oh, man. Oh, I just realized, Michelle, they opened up more screenings for Endgame. Are you going to be in my movie squad, woman? I'll get you popcorn. Have you ever heard of the popcorn trick?
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Overrun, we got some news maybe about Daniel Bryan's status, as well as Backlash not being canceled.
And it's Chat Trivia Day.
Oh, that's true.
I think I realized that I sent out, the Chat Trivia prize
that went MIA.
I think I sent it to the wrong person because I think I sent out an envelope to somebody and I just found their Chat Trivia prize.
Oh, my God.
So I need to send both these people self-addressed stamped envelopes to have them trade, and hopefully we can do a thing.
Yeah, hopefully people are cool with that.
Man, oh man.
Wow.
Man, oh
Anyways,
man.
if you're looking forward to being involved in that kind of process by winning Chat Trivia, join us for Overrun.
It's a mess. I had like 2 months of prizes got sent out yesterday, and I'm pretty sure one of them was wrong.
All right.
Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.